What a show, one of the best Money in the Bank ladder matches I have ever seen. Unexpected wins, title changes, the return of John Cena. This was awesome, and we'll get into all the details here in my review of Money in the Bank 2021. The first WWE pay-per-view back live in front of fans, full capacity. We kick things off on the kickoff show with a tag team championship match. The Mysterios defended their titles against the Usos, and the Usos pull out the win, and they are the new SmackDown tag team champions. That means the Bloodline are draped in gold, Universal Champion, tag team champions. That is awesome. They need to just recruit one more guy, get the Intercontinental Championship. They'll own all the gold, and get Naomi on SmackDown, beat Bianca Belair. They'll hold all the gold. What happened was Mysterio was gone for the 619 on one of the Usos. The other Uso took the bullet for him, and then later on, Jimmy dumped Rey Mysterio on the turnbuckle, rolled him up, and then Jey Uso cheated by using his feet to secure the pin for his brother Jimmy, and the Usos are now 7-time tag team champions. Also, in the Mysterios entrance, they teleported? What was that about? Then we kicked off the show with the women's Money in the Bank ladder match, and to be honest, this match was the worst of the night. You would think a Money in the Bank ladder match would be good, but man, these women probably put on the worst Money in the Bank ladder match I have seen, especially for the women. Now, going into this, I did my prediction on the channel, and I predicted Liv Morgan to win, and everyone wanted Liv Morgan to win. She was the betting odds favorite, but no, we did not get that at all. We got Nikki Cross. Nikki A.S.H was the winner of this match. What happened was Alexa Bliss was a big focus in this match. She was using her hypnosis powers or whatever, and then everyone ganged up on her and buried her in ladders, and then everybody was climbing on the ladder, fighting it out, and then Nikki Cross, Nikki A.S.H climbed up. Everyone was distracted fighting each other. She unhooked the briefcase, and she is Miss Money in the Bank. Now, on the Raw side, she probably had the most momentum. I thought with all the story they were giving Liv Morgan that they would give it to her, and I think that would have been the better choice. But I have a theory as to why Nikki A.S.H won this match, and that is because Big E is a SmackDown superstar. He won the briefcase, and we'll talk about that later, but you don't want to have both briefcases on the same brand, do you? I'm sure USA Network and Fox don't want any one brand to have both briefcases, so what they did was they were dead set on having Big E win Money in the Bank, so they had to have a Raw superstar win the women's Money in the Bank, and Nikki Cross, Nikki A.S.H, I guess was the best option because Alexa Bliss had already won the Money in the Bank. She didn't need it, and Liv Morgan unfortunately had to fall by the wayside. As for the match itself, it was very sloppy and poorly executed. It just was not very exciting. Nothing really special happened in this match, and it kind of killed the crowd from the get-go. And there was way too much Natalya in this match. The fans were not having it with Tamina and Natalya. They were booing the hell out of him, even though they were like cheering him at WrestleMania. Now the tides have turned with them, but it'll be very interesting to see what they do with Nikki A.S.H. I personally believe she'll probably be the first woman to lose the cash-in, but we'll have to wait and see what happens with her. She didn't really get much of a reaction when she came out for her entrance, so it depends if she really gets really popular or not, and I think that'll determine whether they put the championship on her, but we'll have to wait and see what happens. But very unexpected and surprising win. Then we had the Raw Tag Team Championship, AJ Styles and Omos versus the Viking Raiders. The champions retain. AJ Styles still over with the crowd, got a great reaction, so much so that they were kind of booing the Viking Raiders because they like AJ Styles so much. There was one really cool moment where Omos threw AJ Styles out over the top rope. AJ then landed on one of the Viking Raiders and hit a Hurricanrana to the floor. Really awesome creative spot there. And in the end, Omos wins with the Punjabi plunge. I don't know what he's calling it, but it was the Punjabi plunge, and it looks like it's going to be RK Bro versus AJ and Omos at SummerSlam. That should be awesome. Then we had the almighty WWE Champion versus Kofi Kingston, and Kofi got destroyed by Bobby Lashley. Lashley, he wasn't playing games anymore. He's out to prove that he's not soft, and he smashed Kofi Kingston, destroyed him. He refused to finish it early. He just kept beating him, and finally he gets the hurt lock in, and Kofi taps out, and they were making it out like Lashley was super unstoppable, that there's no one who can beat him, and it looks like they're really setting up for what was rumored, hopefully this isn't a big spoiler for some of you, but Goldberg is rumored to come back and face Lashley at SummerSlam instead of Brock Lesnar. I guess they don't want Brock Lesnar to take the title off Lashley or something, or maybe they don't want Lesnar to come back and lose straight away. I don't know. I don't know what the situation is with Lesnar, but apparently Goldberg is going to face Lashley, and that should be very interesting because, you know, Goldberg's last few matches, he's lost, so he's actually kind of due for a win. So it'll be very interesting to see what happens when Lashley and Goldberg go face to face, but it could be a very terrible match. I don't know, we'll have to wait and see about that. Two men, spear versus spear, it could be interesting. But we'll have to wait and see on that. I bet he'll probably show up tomorrow. But really, who is there to face Lashley? I think maybe Big E might cash in on Lashley. I don't think that'll happen at SummerSlam. Maybe they'll wait. Who knows? We'll see what Big E is going to do with the briefcase. I would prefer him cash in a normal way instead of like announcing the match. I don't really like when they announce the match, but he is a babyface, so he could do that and get revenge for what Bobby Lashley did to Kofi. We'll wait and see what happens on Raw tomorrow. Then we had Charlotte Flair versus Rhea Ripley, Raw Women's Championship, and I thought that I would not be excited for this match, but once they stepped in the ring, this match was awesome. I was invested in this match. These girls killed it. One of the best women's matches I've seen in a long time. These women, hard hitting, not sloppy at all. Very, very, very good match. Great selling by Charlotte also throughout the match. Really, really good stuff here. There were rumors about Becky Lynch returning, and she may return tomorrow or on SmackDown. I expect that soon, but fans were chanting, "We want Becky, we want Becky," and she was actually backstage at Money in the Bank tonight. And when they were chanting that, Charlotte put up the finger, she flipped them off. WWE tried to black out the screen and cover it, but they couldn't catch it. So that was pretty funny, but this match, really good stuff here, and Charlotte Flair wins in the end with the figure eight after she put her leg in the steel steps and kicked the hell out of it. Great stuff. Then we got the Money in the Bank ladder match, my most anticipated match on this show, and I did a prediction match of this, and I got a lot of stuff right, except for the winner. I ought to stop predicting Money in the Banks. The previous years, I have not gotten it right, unfortunately. I did, however, bet on Big E and Riddle, and I guess I did win in the end because Big E did win. But in my video, I put Riddle because I thought, you know, they had Randy off TV for a bit. They seemed to be high on Riddle. I thought Randy would come back and RKO somebody, help Riddle win. But that was not the case. We got Big E here, and well deserved. I thought it should have been one of the two, and we did get one of the two. And this match was off the charts. Awesome stuff. So many cool moments in this match, too many to name. Rollins and John Morrison drip team up, that was pretty funny. Kevin Owens got suplexed on the side of a ladder, which looked nasty. So many nasty falls on a ladder here tonight. John Morrison was doing all this parkour stuff. He even missed a flip, which was pretty funny. He just like completely missed it. Everyone was worried that Drew McIntyre was going to win. He was the betting odds favorite coming into it. And Jinder Mahal did cost him the match, as I predicted. They're going to have a match at SummerSlam. I also predicted precisely that Kevin Owens would be powerbombed through a ladder by Seth Rollins. No! Through the ladder with a powerbomb! Precisely, I predicted that. That was awesome to see. I also predicted a big ending off the ladder, but I didn't think it would lead to the finish. Big E hits a big ending off the ladder to Rollins, climbs up and retrieves the briefcase. Big E is Mr. Money in the Bank. Everyone wanted it. I should have known Big E would win Money in the Bank. And now it will be very interesting to see, because I didn't really think that he needed Money in the Bank. I thought maybe Royal Rumble would be better for him. He could even just challenge Roman Reigns tomorrow, and that would be awesome, and that could probably work. But Money in the Bank will be interesting. I do see him cashing in on Lashley, not on Reigns, because Reigns is kind of tied up with Cena, and then Big E can move back to Raw, win the title maybe. We'll have to wait and see on that, but I do expect him to cash in on Lashley, and it'll be interesting. I hope he does win when he cashes in too. That'll be very, very cool if he becomes WWE champion. But good stuff, and I think a lot of people were happy with this win. One of the best Money in the Bank ladder matches I've seen in a long time. Then we got the main event. It was Roman Reigns versus Edge. highly anticipated match. It was supposed to happen at WrestleMania, but Daniel Bryan got in there. We got a one-on-one match in front of a packed house of fans, and this was great. Reigns is such a great heel. Great trash talk by Roman Reigns throughout the match. What happened in the match was Reigns went for a spear, smashed right through the barricade. He missed it completely. Then Edge came in, speared him through the barricade. Then back in the ring, Roman Reigns hit a Superman punch on Edge, and then Edge fell into the referee, knocking out the referee. Reigns got a chair. He broke off the piece of the chair to do to Edge what he's been doing to him and the Usos. But Edge then reverses it on Reigns, gets it in, locks him in the crossface with the piece of the chair. The Usos came out to help, but the Mysterios were there to stop them. Then Seth Rollins came out after Edge. They're setting up the SummerSlam match. Seth Rollins super kicks Edge in the head, and then Roman Reigns gets the advantage. It looks like he's about to finish Edge. He goes for the ooh-ah, but then Edge spears him, and it looks like Edge is going to have the match won here, but the referee wasn't there in time for the pinfall, and therefore Roman was able to kick out. Edge was going for the spear again. Then Seth Rollins came back out, distracted Edge, spear to Edge, 1, 2, 3. Roman Reigns retains the WWE Universal Championship. These two start brawling throughout the arena. That should be an awesome match at SummerSlam. Then this man returns. My favorite of all time, the GOAT, John Cena returns. Massive pop, even though it was spoiled earlier on in the day that John Cena would come back. It had been rumored for months these two would have a match at SummerSlam. Cena just came out, massive pop, came in the ring. He has a new haircut. It's like shaved on the sides but long on the top, and you can see he's balding too. His age is starting to show a little bit. Too many years of wearing the cap, but Cena just soaking in the fans, soaking it all in. You can't see me to Roman Reigns, just barely acknowledging him, just acknowledging the fans. And yeah, they didn't even have to say anything. It was that big of a deal that Cena is back. He has returned, new gear with like a darker green gear. Looks decent, looks like a gear he wore a couple years ago in 2015. But this is about to be an awesome match at SummerSlam, and I would love to make it in figure form. And WWE pretty much copied my stage with the big screen and the reflective floor. Let me know down below if you want me to do like the black reflective floor and lower the stage to be more like WWE. Let me know. Should have got a curved TV. I probably would have if I had known that they would do that, but unfortunately I didn't have much time to do many Money in the Bank matches. I would have liked to, so maybe this time for SummerSlam I'll set aside some time to do more SummerSlam matches. Let me know down below what you'd like to see, but I am super hyped. John Cena is back. WWE is back in business with the fans. This is awesome. Money in the Bank was a great show overall. Big E, Mr. Money in the Bank, Nikki Ash, Miss Money in the Bank, Cena is back, Edge, Rollins, SummerSlam. It's about to be awesome. SummerSlam is looking like a monstrous card. It's gonna be great. Thank you guys so much for watching. Smash the like button, subscribe if you're new, and I'll see you guys on the next one.